Welcome to Homework Lib.
Chapter 14, question 80. The addition of NO accelerates the decomposition of N2O, possibly by the following mechanism. So this is step 1, and this is step 2. What is the chemical equation for the overall reaction? Show how 2 steps can be added to give overall reaction. So what I want to do is I want to add the left-hand sides and the right-hand sides together and do if we have to do a cancellation, we're going to look at it and we're going to figure out how to do that. So NO plus N2O would give us N2 plus NO2, 2NO2 would give us 2NO plus O2. Now, when I add these two up, I also kind of want to get rid of the extras. Like what I mean by extras is there's 2 NO2 over here, and there's 1 NO2 over here. If I multiply this entire guy by 2, I'm going to have 2 NO2, 2 N2, 2 N2O, and 2 NO. And as I add these guys up, NO2s are going to cancel each other. What else is going to cancel? NOs are going to cancel. So what we're going to have at the overall is 2 N2O on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, 2 N2 plus O2. So addition of NO accelerates the decomposition of N2O. This is our N2O, and this is getting decomposed to N2 and O2. Is NO serving as a catalyst or as an intermediate? So we need to think of what we're having in this reaction. What happens to NO? Our NO is over here. It is over here in the reactants and over here in the products. So what happens is NO gets into the reaction, and after the reaction completes, it gets out of the reaction without getting changed. So this tells us NO is a catalyst. An intermediate is something that we get after the first or second step of the reaction, like N2O, and gets consumed after the next step of the reaction. So this is going to be intermediate since they cancel each other. If experiments show that during the decomposition of N2O, NO2 does not accumulate in the measurable quantities, does this rule out the proposed mechanism? It does not, because as I just said, N2O is getting out in the first step and getting used in the second step. So it proposes that NO2 is an intermediate rather than a catalyst or a reactant. So if we have an intermediate, we're not going to be able to see that in the products, hence we cannot rule out the proposed mechanism.